The storm that night had unsettled the whole neighborhood, but for Liam Hart, the real disruption came not from the thunder shaking the windows, rather, from the quiet, hesitant knock that echoed through his house at exactly midnight. He thought it might be the wind. He thought it might be his imagination playing tricks on him again in the heavy silence he had grown painfully accustomed to. But when the knock came again, softer this time, almost pleading, something in his chest tightened. He walked to the door with the kind of caution a man develops after carrying too many regrets too close to the heart. And when he opened it, the world seemed to still. Maya Ellis stood on his doorstep, soaked from the rain, hair clinging to her face, shoulders trembling, not from the cold, but from something deeper, something that made Liam's breath leave him all at once. He hadn't seen her in 2 years. Not since the night she walked out without giving him the answers he spent months begging the universe to explain to Liam. Her voice cracked as if fighting through layers of fear. Can I stay? He didn't know what shocked him more, that she came back, that she asked to stay, or that the pain in her eyes felt like something he still somehow understood. For a long moment, he didn't move. But then her gaze shifted downward, as if already expecting him to say no, and that broke him open in ways the past couldn't come in. He said softly. She entered like someone stepping into a memory that hurt to remember. Liam handed her a towel, watched her wipe her face with trembling fingers. She looked smaller than he remembered, as though the world had chipped away pieces of her while she was gone. Are you okay? He finally asked. She let out a breath that sounded more like surrender. I didn't know where else to go. And there it was. The truth and the mystery wrapped in one fragile sentence. He guided her to the couch. She sat down slowly, staring at her hands like they carried the weight of her past. Maya, he said gently, tell me what happened. She hesitated. Her throat bobbed. Her eyes glistened with unsaid things. Liam had seen her angry, he had seen her stubborn, but he had never seen her defeated. I left because I was scared, she whispered. And I came back because I'm more scared now. He felt something twist in his chest. Of what? Of losing everything. Of making the same mistake twice. Of realizing too late who actually mattered. The storm outside deepened as if echoing her confession. She told him pieces that didn't make full sense. Her life had unraveled. A relationship she forced herself into failed miserably. Her job fell apart. Her mother's health declined. She felt like she was drowning, alone, and every time she reached for comfort, her mind took her back to Liam, the one person she had pushed away. You're safe here, Liam said softly. She leaned back, exhaustion pulling her eyes closed. And though they didn't speak again that night, both knew everything between them had shifted, but what Liam didn't know was that Maya hadn't told him the full truth yet. And the real reason she returned would shake the foundations he had carefully rebuilt. The next morning, soft sunlight seeped in through the curtains. Maya woke to the scent of coffee and the quiet sound of Liam moving around the kitchen. She sat up slowly, eyes still swollen from tears. Liam set a mug in front of her. You look tired, he said. You look worried, she countered with a weak half-smile. They sipped their coffee in silence before she set the mug down with trembling fingers. I owe you the truth. He braced himself silently. When I left, it wasn't just the job or the move. I didn't leave because I wanted to start over. I left because I didn't think I deserved you. Her voice trembled. You saw the parts of me I tried to pretend didn't exist. You loved me anyway. And I didn't know how to live up to that. Liam hadn't expected that. Not after spending years convincing himself she didn't care, but that's not why I came back, she continued. Her eyes filled again, softer this time. My mom got sick. And when everything else collapsed, the only person I wanted to call was you. The vulnerability in her voice cut him deeper than any goodbye. I'm sorry, Liam, she whispered. I'm so tired of running. He reached across the table and gently touched her hand. I never stopped caring about you, he said. But I need honesty this time. No more disappearing. She nodded, eyes watering. I don't want to disappear again. And for the first time, Liam felt hope bloom in the cracks of the past they had both tried to ignore. But healing isn't linear. 2 days later, he found her sitting alone in the dimly lit living room, a small bottle of liquor in her hand. She'd taken only a few sips, but he could see the emotional weight behind them. Maya? His concern filled the room instantly. She looked up slowly. Her eyes were glassy but clear enough that the truth in them was unmistakable. Sometimes, she said quietly, the noise in my head gets too loud. And drinking makes it quieter. Just for a little while. Liam moved closer, heart tightening. Maya, this isn't you. She laughed softly, but it was a broken sound. Everything stopped feeling like me a long time ago. He gently took the bottle and placed it on the table. You don't have to go through this alone, he whispered, her eyes finally overflowed. Liam, you were the only place that ever felt safe. And I ruined it. His chest ached. We both made mistakes, he said. But running won't fix anything. She covered her face with her hands. I don't want to run. Not anymore. He pulled her into a soft embrace. Her shoulders shook against him, and he held her until the tremors eased. Let me help you, he murmured. She nodded against his chest, and for the first time in years, she allowed herself to lean on someone without shame. Just when things seemed to settle, her phone rang, the screen flashed. Hospital, her heart dropped. Liam saw the color drain from her face. It's my mom, she whispered. Something's wrong. They rushed to the hospital. Maya's mother had taken a sudden turn. Weak, barely conscious, needing immediate care. The world Maya tried so hard to rebuild cracked again beneath her feet. She clung to Liam in the hallway, sobbing. I can't lose her, Liam. I can't. He held her tighter. You're not losing her. And you're not facing this alone. I'm here. 3 days passed in the hospital. Maya stayed by her mother's side, and Liam stayed by hers. He brought her food, encouraged her to sleep, held her when fear overwhelmed her. He didn't leave, not for a minute. By the third night, her mother had stabilized. Maya stood outside the room, staring in with relief softening her face. She turned to Liam. Her voice was quiet. Do you know why I started drinking? He waited, listening, because I thought I couldn't talk to anyone about how scared I was. That if I told someone how fragile I felt, I'd break even more. She swallowed hard. But when you sat next to me, when you held me, I realized I don't need the bottle. I need honesty. I need help. And, she hesitated, voice quivering, I need you. Liam felt something unravel in his chest. Maya, he said softly, I want to start again too. But no running this time. She nodded. I promise. He held her face gently, wiping away her tears. You talk to me. No matter how hard it is. No matter how dark it feels. I will, she whispered. I swear. When they left the hospital that night, Maya took the bottle she had kept hidden in her bag, the one she hadn't touched since the night Liam found her, and dropped it into the trash. She looked at Liam, eyes shining with something new. I want to stay, she said. For real this time. And I want you to stay, he said. But not because you're broken. Because you're healing. She stepped closer, her hands settling gently over his. Then let's heal together. And under the quiet glow of the streetlights, as the world settled around them, they walked forward, not as two broken people clinging to the past, but as two souls choosing each other again, with honesty, hope, and the courage to stay, because sometimes, a second chance doesn't come knocking twice, sometimes it knocks once at midnight, and the answer changes everything.